Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of the Erock'S Entertainment Rant podcast, as brought to you by the King Frick Fresh Entertainment Group. Welcome, everybody, to live podcast week. As all week long, we will be doing every podcast live. They will be available right after the show over on Spotify, so you can go check that out. Joining me is a man who is apparently trying to communicate using his verbal wording, even though he is full of verbal diarrhea. It's Tommy. Tommy, how you doing?
Purple diarrhea.
Verbal, not purple.
Oh. I was like, that'd be an issue if you knew what kind of... We're not going down this rabbit hole.
We're not going down that road. So Tommy's here to join us for this week's episode of Big Brother.
Everybody cheer. Woo!
Everyone's happy. He is very offended and very annoyed with the challenge, but we will have to discuss that on Tuesday, which you guys can come check out. That'll be live on Tuesday, same bat time, same bat place. But in the meantime, we have a week of Big Brother to talk about. I recently just rewatched all the episodes. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. My biggest gripe and my continuous big gripe with this was the fact that they were complaining about the pizza and ice cream.
A bunch of weirdos is what they are.
And, like, it's not like they kept saying, like, they wanted a vegetable. I'm pretty sure I saw some peppers on the pizzas. I saw vegetables on the pizzas. So I don't fully grasp the concept as to why they would.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no.
Are you frozen? Sorry. This is the problem with live podcasting. They see our technical difficulties.
Oh, no. My bad. I have a feeling they were talking about actual vegetables and not vegetables that are put on pizzas. Like, kind of pizzas they were using might be the Totinos, might be the DiGiorno's, whatever. I know it wasn't delivery. That means it probably had to be DiGiorno.
I thought they were fresh-made pizzas.
I have no idea.
Like, they said make a pizza. I'm assuming it's fresh-made pizza.
So I don't know if this is like an America thing and not a Canada thing or what. But whenever
I've heard of frozen pizza. I'm not like it's not a new thing to you or to me.
Well, because I was gonna say I feel like maybe when you say make a pizza, I'm thinking like just throw it in the oven and then boom, make a pizza, you're done.
All right. Well, that was just my gripes. We had Julie Chen return. We had Thursday's episode where they started the HOH live on the show, which meant that I had to sit through the T-Core interview on the rewatch. I couldn't just skip through the T-Core interview.
Why would you want to skip through that?
I skipped through all interviews. There's no new information ever given. We're not jumping down this rabbit hole, Tommy.
And I don't know why you don't like T-Core.
Nobody liked T-Core. That's why she got evicted.
She was playing a very good social game.
Fair enough. Also, development. I can confirm something on this podcast today. Cam did indeed play for the Edmonton's football team.
Oh, here
and you want to know how I know? I was on his Instagram. There was a video of him on his Instagram where he's talking in a stadium. The stadium was the same stadium that I go to on the occasional Sun for the football. I recognize the stadium. So he did indeed play for the Elks. Or Eskimos, or whichever team they go by. But he did play for the Edmonton's football team, is my point.
Okay.
I just thought that was worth confirming. Because I was going to drive me nuts all season. It's been driving me nuts all season.
Well, I don't think any of us was going to deny your claims.
Hey, maybe you were, maybe you weren't. I don't know. But at least we know for sure now that is a thing.
Okay. Word.
Okay. Shall we talk about the episodes?
Let's get to it.
So, as always, I made notes. Do I remember these notes? Probably not. But naturally.
Who did this go to and why?
No, that's a different show. Like my shut-ups aren't actually on Big Brother. I do shut-ups for Challenge. I should make it a thing, but then I have to call myself Mr. Shut Up.
Colonel Mr. Shut Up.
No, or not Colonel Mr. Shut Up. Just Colonel Shut Up or Mr. Shut Up. But no, we are calling myself Mr. BB for this podcast. You will address me as Mr. BB.
Mr. BB.
So, very first note is Facts MJ. Don't know why I wrote that. Don't expect you to know why I wrote that either.
Yeah. Question mark.
Like that's really what should be posted with this is question mark. Then I got here, it's not a game. It's a game. It's not personal, Leah, because Leah claims to be taking the Quinn vote personally. And I'm like, it's not personal. It's a game. Quinn was annoying.
Yeah. I mean, like, for real. I mean, if they're playing it personally, then Angela should have been evicted a long time ago.
Agreed. Like, she should have been evicted like the week after Matt was evicted.
For real.
If you're playing this shit personally. Like, nobody's taking this shit personally. Speaking of Angela does a lot of annoying things this week. This episode in general. But just this week alone. So we get Chelsea speaking the truth because I guess so. MJ went to console Leah. Then Angela got in there and was upset because she voted to keep Quinn, although she didn't want Quinn to stay. She wanted to vote to evict Quinn, but she voted to keep him because she thought they had the votes. So she's upset. Mm-hmm. And then Chelsea's like, this is like now the second week in a row you've done that. Like, you voted to keep someone you didn't want to vote to keep. Like, make it make sense. Like, cry me a river. And it's true.
Felt.
It's a fact. These facts are factual. Now, are you going to add anything, or are you just going to pretend to type?
I don't know. The computer logged me out on everything.
Oh, fun.
And I'm trying.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure this stuff out while we're. But no, I don't have anything to add because I don't remember this stuff.
You really need to start remembering these sorts of things.
I know.
There,
so like Thomas. Here I am. I'm watching the episodes and thinking like, okay, this seems like a memorable thing. I'm gonna remember this. Just kidding. Joke's on me.
No. And then I got here. It doesn't take much to confuse you, Angela. Because I guess Angela said she was very confused, and I just had to add that it doesn't take much to confuse her.
I mean, given her thing, yeah, I can see it.
Like, I mean, does make the most sense.
Yeah.
And then Angela's so paranoid and annoying because she sees Leah, T-Core, and Chemo talking to each other, and she assumes it's about her when it's actually about Quinn. And then she goes over there and apologizes and cries and acts weird.
Per
And that was just
usual, as one do.
agreed. Then we meet Janky.
Freaking
J and
janky. Kie.
something
Janky.
something
Janky.
play.
You love me.
you you remember. See, at least you remember that.
It's my autistic brain kicking in.
Here we go.
Okay,
But so
so I know
Janky
there's
comes on the
another line
screen.
in there. I know there's another
There's a,
line in there for Janky, Janky, you love me, but I don't know that one.
yeah,
They
he's saying it so much it was weird.
yeah, they wanted the house guests to be annoyed, not the viewers.
No, viewers were never going to get annoyed by that. Because I think the
Do we
feed
find
cut every time they sang it.
do we find it hilarious when um get tortured when things like this happen to them? Of course. Do we personally want to get tortured, to listen to it or watch their moments with it? No.
Agreed. And then so I got here's Janky, and I got Janky was the cutest little robot I've ever seen in my life. He's so adorable.
Would you be considered one of Janky's friends?
Yes, I'm his friend. Hey, he gave us entertainment. He gave us more entertainment than Cam has given us all season. I think we're in the clear here.
I remember during the first episode when they were competing for the HOH, it revealed some of Cam's personality. Would you agree?
That was like 9 months ago, bro.
What do you mean?
The premiere was like 9 months ago.
Oh,
I don't remember that far back. Just like you don't remember what happened in last week's. How do you remember what happened in episode 1 and how much of Cam's personality was shown? Let me just
oh
ask you that.
no.
Because
Wait,
you
wait. Did I phrase that correctly? I'm saying Janky revealed more personality out of Cam in this HOH competition. Did I
yes,
word
he
that?
did. Maybe I
Okay.
don't know. I don't really get what you're trying to say here.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is that you're like throughout the entire season, you've said that Cam has no personality,
Because he doesn't.
but episode, the HOH competition episode for this first janky competition, whatever, it revealed some personality out of Cam.
Did it though?
I feel like it did because we were getting some type of reaction out of him, whether it be good or bad.
Okay, fair. I mean, I don't. It's really hard. Honestly, personally, it's really hard to tell with him. But Janky did have more personality than Cam did this entire season before this week. And
Yeah,
then
I
so
mean, like
Janky. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like I feel like too though.
Yeah. Well, with Quinn gone, they need someone else to have some personality.
Oh,
Well, because Quinn was always the loud, obnoxious one. Could you imagine Quinn during this week? Like if Quinn had to do this?
I feel like we would still be getting yelled, and he'd be like, "Janky, shut up! I can't stand another. Whatever. I don't whatever that he would say."
He would be yelling at the screen. And
Yeah.
we'd have to listen to him yell. And I'd be feeling offended because he yelled at me.
Yeah.
I'd be taking that shit personally. I'd be taking that shit personally. So then I got here, wait for it, because Janky reveals that they're all going to go to his Janky's Funland or Fun. What was it? Janky's Funland?
Janky Land or something.
Janky Land, yeah, Janky's Funland or some shit like that. But it was they was like, do you guys like pizza? Do you guys like ice cream? And they're all cheering, and I'm like, wait for it.
Exactly.
Like I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop on this. I'm like, wait for it, wait for it, and then they come out. And then he's like, so you guys have a 1 week pass to Janky World, and that inside the house is locked. Probably getting fumigated from your guys' stench. And all the cockroaches.
Setup too.
Hmm?
This was a setup because he was setting them up to having like you're gonna have a wonderful week. Go outside and see what I have set up for you. But then for them to like all be outside and then boom, close the doors. That's messed up.
Yes. It was insanely messed up of them. But naturally, I loved it personally. And then he reveals that they're going to be out there and that they shut the door. Then everyone freaks out. And the person who had the best reaction was Leah. Because Leah just starts laughing like a serial killer and falls to the ground like she's the Joker in the new film Joker. You did not, Tommy, you have to pay attention. You know what? One of these days, we're just not going to, on this podcast, we're just going to watch the episodes.
Where's Matt when you need him?
Right?
He's gonna come back and you're gonna be like, thank God. Someone who actually pays attention to the show.
Not Matt.
John.
Matt does Survivor.
Yeah, John Mack. See, I didn't remember that one.
See, you don't even know your coworkers.
Sorry, John Mack.
John, we need you back.
We're struggling over here, man.
Yes, we're struggling so much this happens. Psych. I just had to do that once. It was fun.
Backstage for a while, everyone. I was put in the doghouse.
No, that'll be you on Tuesday.
Oh no. Oh no. I'll remember this one.
But anyways, yeah, so their faces, I love it. Leah's reaction was the best. And then I got here, it could be worse, Chelsea, because Chelsea's like, great, we have to eat ice cream and pizza all week. It really could be worse. They could give you slop and make you eat Big Brother slop all week.
There you go.
Like, you don't need to, like, these people forget how good they have it to where they get forced to eat pizza and ice cream all week, and they think that this is some sort of insanity. Spoiler alert, it's not. But yeah, so anyways, and then I got here really not hard, Rabina, because what happened was Janky told them that they had to build their own HOH competition. So they had to set up the HOH competition themselves. And Rabina's complaining about it.
Here I am thinking, well, aren't you getting paid for it, though? And it wasn't even that hard of a setup, too.
No, it really wasn't. They had it pre-set up, too. All you had to do was put the pole in the couch, or the weird thing, and then put the platform down. Really easy thing to build themselves. I would just like to point that out. But then somebody, I don't remember who said it, but someone said as they're doing the competitions, the competition was they had to hold a marshmallow on a pole next to a fire or like a weird platform thing and see how long they could keep it up. And someone said that this is giving them pressure cooker 2.0 vibes. I think it was T-Core. And I just like to point out on record, and we can mark the time 21 minutes into this podcast at 6:53 Edmonton time, 8:53 Eastern. On record, this competition was not the fucking pressure cooker. Okay? The pressure cooker is light years better than this competition. Yes, it did last as long as a pressure cooker comp would have, and probably could have lasted longer than the pressure cooker comp had Cam not been an idiot and said, let's stand on one leg, which we'll get to. But it is not the pressure cooker.
I don't know how to take Eric. I want to play devil's advocate, and I really want to be on the opposing side of this, because the pressure cooker is it puts you in like a locked room, and what they do on seasons, they had like boxes for like whenever someone dropped out, they had to open a box or whatever, whether it be a prize or a punishment for the remaining, for a prize for the person that just dropped out, or a punishment for the remaining contenders. This is basically, yeah, pressure cooker 2.0, but without the prizes and punishments.
Well, oh yeah, I guess fair, but it's still not.
And without like them being locked in a box.
Yes, they weren't locked in a box. They were holding a marshmallow on a stick instead of holding a button down.
Yeah, basically kind of same thing, same gist. Like, they may not physically be touching the button per se, but like you're holding on to something though.
I would genuinely disagree with you there. I do believe that this was their just poor man. But I did write in here. Now, this is an endurance competition, though, because it did last 9 hours. This wasn't like the wall comp that lasts 5 minutes.
The wall competition was crazy this season.
The wall competitions have been getting shorter and shorter and shorter. They need longer endurance comps. We need a competition that will go all night. We need the pressure cooker every season.
So is it the competition? Is it the contestants?
It's the competition, not the contestants. I mean, maybe it's the contestants. I don't know. Maybe the contestants just stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. If the contestants were different this season, maybe it would have lasted. I don't know. I feel like for the walk, this wacky or this short this season is crazy. And then especially with, like, come on, Otev even called them a bunch of dumbasses. Like, oh, one win.
They were.
One question, one win.
They were. They are.
If this
Cass
was
is dumb. Maybe. Hard to say. Let's talk about this next season. When BB27 rolls around, we'll inevitably talk about. When we inevitably talk about BB27, we'll see. Do a compare and contrast. If they do the same competitions, which we know they will do at least the wall comp. Yes. They do the wall comp every year. But yeah, then Angela is so annoying, and Cam is also annoying. Because Angela just kept trying to cut deals, and Cam was just saying he wants to win to get a win. Even though I'm like, bitch, didn't you just win a veto like 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Like, please just take several seats. And so then Angela decides to drop. And she's like, I've already won 2 HOHs. You guys, I can go a lot longer. You guys just, I call bullshit.
Yeah. Sorry. Hold.
No
Oh
worries.
shoot. Okay, so I mean, it was generous of her to give the competition to the other two. I mean, like, yeah, she may have wanted it, but
Did she give it to them, or
Like,
did she just suck and was about to drop anyways and just...
well, that's a good way to. But I feel like she did give it to them.
See, I don't buy it. Much like when a person walks into a store and sees deodorant, they're like, I'm not buying it.
Deodorant, though.
Well,
okay.
It's a good analogy. It works.
They look at some deodorant and be like, because I don't use this deodorant, I'm not going to buy it.
It worked, okay? Just deal with it.
Okay.
Okay. We got Angela's so annoying. This is during comp. And then I got here. This is the thing that made the least bit of sense. After Angela drops, Cam suggests a tiebreaker. His suggestion for this tiebreaker is that they stand on one foot.
I mean, that's a good tiebreaker type of situation.
But why? Why not play this competition out? Why do you need a tiebreaker?
I think he was wanting to finish it, and whoever the best person was won. Like, he was tired of standing there. He was like, I feel like I can outlast Leah.
So then do it and win and have an HOH on your resume.
But I think he was just wanting to be done with it, though. Like, just...
Yeah.
We've been standing here for this long.
So he quit.
Mentally, yes. Physically, no.
Mentally, he's been quitting a long time ago. Week 1. Day 1. Hour 1. Boy. 5 minutes into the game. As soon as he entered. He mentally quit. And then I got Fax Chelsea, because Chelsea was complaining about the tiebreaker thing. And I don't remember exactly what she said, but I'm like, I would agree with you there. And then I got Way to Go Leah, because Leah ultimately won the HOH. And then I got Stop Complaining, because they started to whine and bitch about the pizza and the ice cream.
Oh wait, so they couldn't eat her, and they couldn't eat her anything after they dropped?
No, they ate s'mores after they dropped.
As one,
but they were just eating. Does. This is like a couple days after the comp, like when they're showing like the Janky World shit, and they're complaining about having to sing and dance and eat ice cream and pizza as if they are somehow. And also worth noting, what is Big Brother gonna do if all 8 of them refuse to sing or dance or do any of this?
I was wondering the same thing. Like, they don't get a punishment. Like,
say again.
Was this not? They don't get a punishment or anything if they choose not to participate in any of that?
Well, they can't punish all 8 of them. What are they going to do? Give all 8 of them penalty votes?
See, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, I don't know.
right? So, like, you guys have a say in this. You can't all just agree not to do it. Like, why you're all, if this annoys you that much, makes me think that some of this is just being played up a little.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's some hidden, oh my god, oh, what's the word? Some hidden like rules that we're not told about. God bless America.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe some hidden addendum in the clause saying you have to do everything that we tell you to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wrote that smart Chelsea, but I don't remember why I wrote that. Then I got here, your tree, because Rubina's trying to pitch to Leah that the trio of her, Chemo, and T-Core could be beneficial to Leah. Tommy, I'm going to turn to you. You tell me why a trio would be beneficial to Leah if she doesn't just want to finish fourth place.
If she doesn't want to finish third place
She
is
teams up with the trio. The trio is always going to have each other's back. They've proven that they're always going to have each other's backs over anyone else.
Yeah.
Like, these people, they're not making any sense.
So if you join an alliance this late in the game, then that typically means you're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole. This is like Challenge Lingo 101. This is the base why Corey, maybe even Tony especially, because if Tony joined in on whatever alliances or whatever that he could on his era of the challenge this season, he will automatically be put at the bottom because he doesn't have that base relationship with everyone else already. He has base relationships with everyone else in all the other eras, but not the one on his team that he most certainly needs. So if Leah were to join the trio this late in the game, she will most definitely be evicted fourth if she doesn't win. If not, then she'll have the top two or bottom two, whatever you want to call it. And then I guess the jury will decide on who there.
The trio just, it's like I said, it doesn't benefit anyone. And why they tried to make that pitch that it would benefit them is just mind-boggling to me. Then we get the new way that they're doing the nominations for Janky World. It's the nomination, quote, game. This was just putting rings on a bottle. It wasn't really a game. What would have been
real
fun is if
this is his version of a game.
Yeah. What would have been fun is they would have told Leah that she has to ring toss who her nominees are. And if she misses and it lands on someone else, oh well.
That'd be twisted.
That would have been hilarious. Like, let's make them have to throw rings on a bottle and see what happens. Because we know she sucks at throwing baseballs at bottles, so I don't think a ring would be any better.
For real.
So, but I got here, it's not really a game. And then I got here two vetoes fun because that's the end of the nomination episode. Yeah, that's the end of the nomination episode. Then we get the two vetoes. And then Chemo is whining that he got nominated again. And that's been Chemo's shtick this whole season.
Did he is this his second or third week in a row?
This would be hang on, without issuing any spoilers. This would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That'd be his third week in a row.
Okay. Well, yeah, then I would have a problem with that too.
Would you though?
Yeah, because I'm not a Tucker.
Fair. And then we get a little bit of Angela's Alzheimer's, thinking that there's still a AI arena.
She thought that. Or
Yeah,
is
because
that
she
just
said
the trauma setting in?
that was one of the things she said. She's like, well, at least they still have AI arena, and she's like, no. Mackenzie and Leah are like, no, or no. Leah and Chelsea were like, no, it's veto, just veto, no more AI arena. It's like, oh yeah, duh. Yeah, and then I got here, lol, this again, good grief, and I don't remember why I wrote that.
I feel like the beginning of the episodes are like very slow moving for me, so I'm just like, meh.
I mean, your whole life is slow moving. You know it's true.
I don't know. My ADHD mind says differently.
Sure. And then I got here, good luck with that, T-Core, because T-Core says that she's going to win the veto and take... And there was a scenario this week where all three of them could have all came off the block. If one of them wins the janky veto and one of them wins the regular veto, and they activate the janky veto, and then we get a scenario where Mackenzie and Chelsea are on the block. But I don't know. I think, actually, to be fair, I think Leah maybe just does put Angela up in that scenario and breaks her deal.
I feel like she would have if that janky competition played out differently.
Yeah. But then I hear y'all are melodramatic because they're once again whining and sniveling about the ice cream and pizza thing and the dancing. And then I got here all MJ hugs because Mackenzie is crying because she's missing her dad's birthday. And that's sad.
Oh, yep.
You shouldn't want to miss parents' birthdays.
I mean, she knew what she was getting herself into when she signed up for this show.
Agreed.
Aren't they?
She knew
aren't they contractually obligated to tell them you will be gone, or you will be potentially gone from this date to this date? At least that's how the challenge does it. I mean, I don't know why any other show would be different.
That is exactly how Big Brother does it too.
Okay, so
you would think that she would no, but I mean, she's just sad she's missing it, not that she's not evicted for it.
Yeah.
Right? But then T-Core does a cartwheel, and she does it exactly how I would do a cartwheel. I can do a cartwheel too, and I did it. Do it exactly like that. That's a cartwheel.
Where you don't even like get the legs all the way up, you just kind of like swing them off to the side.
Yeah, well, that counts as a cartwheel. I'm not exaggerating. No, Tommy, hear me out. I'm not actually exaggerating on this. Okay, here's how I know. Amazing Race Canada Season 1. There was a roadblock where they had to practice as being cheerleaders for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Or no, it was a detour, not a roadblock. Anyways, and the one guy said, like, okay, well, they had to do a cartwheel. He's like, well, what qualifies as cartwheel? Like, just getting both legs up off the ground? Like, does that count? He's like, yeah. Like, doing it the way T-Core did it counts as a cartwheel.
Okay.
I'm not exaggerating. I am passionate about that. I know this.
So, for the record, Eric can't do a professional cartwheel.
Everyone can do a professional cartwheel, legally speaking.
Legally speaking.
But yeah. And then I got here, first win, then worry about it, because T-Core gets picked to play in the veto competition, but she's worried if she wins which person she's gonna take off. It's like, you should win the competition first and then worry about which one of your allies you want to take off. Which, it's not like we don't know it's not going to be Chemo. She's not going to leave Chemo up in danger.
Right.
Of potentially leaving. And then we get the janky veto competition. And this competition is as crapshooty as crapshooty can be. Where they had to fit 10 candy pieces in a candy jar.
Oh, I like this one.
I do too. It was a fun comp.
Is a crapshoot, as Eric says.
Yes.
They got to make do with what they have, and they're outside. And if they can't see production, they have to do these little, like set them up like the HOH one or the little ones, such as
Okay.
fit the 10 pieces of candy in the circle.
But whose fault is that? Production knows that they're going to be making them go outside for a week. They planned this shit ahead of time. They didn't just decide when Jerry O'Connell showed up, you know what would be fun? Let's throw them all outside for a week.
Do you have something against production, Eric? Are you hating on them?
A little.
Eric.
When I
You
have
and production
to,
have beef?
when I have to watch an Angela win, I figured you'd be just as upset about this as I was.
You know what? I have to hate the player, not the game. And if other players don't succeed Angela, then yes, I'm going to hate the player.
Totally fair. But nevertheless, but this was just annoying. I got fear facts, Chelsea, because Chelsea said, like, if I don't win this veto, there's a scenario where all three of the trio members could come off, and that's worst case scenario, so I have to win this veto. And that's facts. And then we get T-Core needs to quit whining. Because T-Core was whining about how Angela's talking the whole time.
Okay.
And she really does need to quit her whining a little bit.
I feel like this situation sucks, yes. But just like Mackenzie, you signed up for it. The conditions, like it isn't what you. I mean, when they do it, when do they do this at first? Like they split the house guests on season 24. Like half of the house guests were outside, the other half was inside, and they couldn't like mingle with the alliances. This
Yes. Dire Fest.
yeah, so they did this only once before, and if something of that caliber is it does good, I guess, competition wise, then of course they're going to bring it back. Like with the Tiffany's, they did it for season 24 too. When Tiffany on season 23, the Cookout Alliance, they sat a member alliance up along with some like their best friend or whatever. You remember that?
Yes. I'm picking up
So
pieces of what you're saying.
in season 24, they basically did that too. You had to pick out a friend, whatever you want to call it, and if
Yeah,
one of
bestie
your
bestie.
if one person gets nominated, your bestie does too.
I
So at some
remember.
point there was like, yeah. So if competitions do well, such as pressure cooker, they obviously bring it back. So with this competition of being outside on season 24, I guess that did well. They thought
It
of
wasn't a
bringing it
competition
back.
though. That's just a twist of them forcing them to be outside for a week.
Competition, potato.
Yeah,
If something succeed,
your point. You're not making your point properly, Tommy.
listen, it makes sense in my head. Okay, I'm trying to elaborate or explain it the best I can.
Like this is. We should just change this to podcast to Tommy babbles about thought, and it doesn't actually have any coherent thought to it,
There we go.
any coherency whatsoever to it. But so I guess Angela can only win crapshoots because Angela wins this. Questions, shuffleboard, putting candy into a jar. We've determined that and standing holding a stick on a marshmallow for 9 hours. That's her wheelhouse.
Stuff that doesn't involve
Require any skill. And skill.
There.
So, yeah. And then Leah crushes it and wins. So Angela wins the regular veto, and then Leah finishes second and wins the janky veto. And in order to activate the janky veto, she'll have to complete a game at the start of the veto meeting, which we'll talk about when we get to the start of the veto meeting.
The competition was done.
Yeah, that was actually funny that everyone just like thought it was done, and they're like, "Oh wait,
congratulations, Angela!" And then someone had to point out, like, "Hey, the competition's not over yet."
That's what Cam did. That was Cam's job as host.
So, real quick, oh wait, I just lost it. Oh, did you have any predictions of what the janky veto did?
It worked like a regular veto. I figured it would work like a regular veto.
So I figured like it would just have some type of twist to it. Like here I am thinking, right before they announced what the janky veto did, I was predicting that if Angela used the golden power veto and Leah chose to use the janky power veto, it would then put Angela up on the block in place of whoever she took off. That's what my prediction was. But if Angela didn't use the golden power veto, then Leah couldn't use the janky power veto. Does that make sense?
No, not even a little.
God damn it.
I mean, it does, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the power of veto. Because when you win the veto, you're supposed to be safe. So production would never do that. Production doesn't take away someone's safety that they've technically earned with another veto. Because that takes the power out of the hands of the player. I thought maybe it would be like a diamond veto or an executive veto, as they did in Big Brother Canada. But you don't know about Big Brother Canada. They had a veto where that was... Okay, so they had a veto. So first of all, Big Brother Canada's veto necklace was so big that 2 Chainz would be embarrassed to wear it. Like Flava Flav would be embarrassed to wear this. Like it was huge. Like when we're done here, Google it, or I'll find it while we're talking at some point, and show you just how big this is. So they had an executive veto, which was like double the size, and the way that veto worked was whoever the person put it, the person had to use or could have not used it, but if they used it on one of the nominees, the nominee will get to name the replacement nom. Not the HOH or the veto holder.
Oh.
So it was a whole big thing. But anyways, maybe that's what they might have done with it, or made it a diamond veto, and that the person who won it got to pick the replacement nominee and not Leah.
Okay.
But again, we don't know because of the fact that we are still just speculating. We are always just speculating. Anyways, and then I got here, you are Chemo, you are 3 votes, because Chemo says, once again, that he doesn't believe that him and the trio are threatening at all because they can't win anything. That doesn't matter because you're still 3 votes. And Tommy is officially frozen. This is a wonderful revelation to this live podcast format, as you guys get to see Tommy loses. And he's back.
My phone is overheating. So
Where we left off was the non-threatening threateningness of the 3.
okay.
Basically, I said like that they're 3 votes of their threats.
3 votes in their vet. Okay. One moment.
But and I said that they're 3 votes. So obviously, like you are Chemo. You're 3 votes. Like of course you're threats. And then I also made and then I got here also, welcome to Big Brother, T-Core, because T-Core is like, well, great. The veto is what was I saying? Yeah, that the veto is so I basically said, this is Big Brother. Like T-Core is complaining about the veto being used or being in the hands of someone she doesn't trust. And it's like, well, maybe you should have gained the trust of Leah and Angela like weeks ago.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay. Sorry, trying to figure this all out.
No worries. This is what we get for having technical difficulties. This is what we get for going live.
Do we even have any viewers?
No, we have 1. We've had 1 this whole time.
It's me. One moment.
Yeah, we are experiencing some technical difficulties, everybody. Please stand by. As we talk, or as Tommy figures out his technical difficulties, one of the things that I was just finding really annoying was the fact that T-Core was getting upset about the Big Brother thing, and then also the fact that Chemo decided to be greedy. Chemo doesn't, like, Angela's suggesting that she's going to use the veto on him. And then he's like, okay, but I have to make sure that T-Core is not the replacement nominee. Because why would I want Because I would want all three of us to stay. Chemo. That is what we call greedy. Okay? You don't be greedy, okay, bud? Greediness equals badness. And this, that, and the other thing.
Okay.
Do.
I did not know that we could use this.
Did not know what?
To log into. Shut up! You about to have twins? Maybe.
Oh, wonderful. Bad enough I got one Tommy, now I got two Tommies. It says device is not connected. Okay. I'm going to remove this Tommy. And I'm going to add this Tommy.
We go.
And, okay. Tommy, turn the volume of me down. Because I can hear you listening to me. Can you hear me? Don't tell me your audio is now not working.
Oh, shoot. There we go. Yes.
Okay, good. Whew. Okay. Whew. All right. So we were at Chemo being a putz. Because he wanted to keep both him. He wants himself to come off the block, but he doesn't want T-Core to go up as a replacement nominee. And it's like you're being an over greedy putz. Because he wants to keep all three of his allies in the game. Instead of just being happy that he's safe. Don't you guys just love live podcasts? The technical difficulties are amazing.
Chat. We'll get there at some point.
I mean, at this point, we've had an hour of technical difficulty and 30 minutes. Been live for an hour, and about 30 minutes of this is technical difficulties.
Old computer.
Psych. Oh. Can you hear me?
Kind of.
Oh boy. Ugh. Ugh.
I can hear you. I mean,
Okay.
there's like some feedback.
Okay. Well, that's good at least. But yeah. So we were at the point where Angela saves chemo, but before Angela saves chemo, Leah has to play the janky game, where she has to knock over 5 bottles in 3 shots or less to activate the janky veto. And now Tommy's audio is not working. How wonderful. Just this once, I'd like to get through a podcast where nobody's audio cuts out and everything goes wrong. You know what? I should get all upset right now, shouldn't I? I should go on a rant and complain about how nobody has a setup. Tommy, didn't you have a mic setup at one point? You need to get your mic setup back.
I had to. No.
And I don't like the sound of my voice, so can you turn me down, please? And we got a whole week of this, folks.
We'll get through this at some point. I'm gonna figure this all out.
But anyways. Okay, why can I still hear myself?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. Anyways, ultimately, T-Core gets nominated. And I got finally, T-Core's nominated. And stop your blubbering, because they're crying. And this is where you give some thoughts. Or should I just finish this myself while you fix your technical difficulties? Give me some proof of life, Tommy.
There you go.
Okay. As I said, we're experiencing technical difficulties, but Tommy, I can hear myself.
Still?
Yes, still. Well, not now.
There you go.
Okay. No, I can hear myself still.
As an echo or no?
Could be. Is this going to be something on my end? Is this going to be something on my end?
Shouldn't be.
Okay. At this point, let's get through this. There really wasn't much after this to talk about other than Mackenzie wanting T-Core gone. They have a twerk party, which is gross. Cam wanting to punch Janky in the face, even though Janky's AI. Rubina thinking she could somehow pull off getting Chemo's vote to stay. Chelsea needing to chill because she once again got jealous of the Cam and Mackenzie nonsense. And I got here three of these. Cam, eject. Because the whole time during that conversation, I'm thinking Cam probably needs to eject.
He needs to what?
Eject. Like he needs to eject from this conversation.
Oh.
Because this conversation just went south in a hurry.
Is this the one between him, Chelsea, and yes? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, this was him with all this, all that stuff, and I got just apologize. You don't have to mean it. Just say you're sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then we knew this was coming when Julie announces that they're about to go to the eviction. Janky comes on the screen. It's like, let's do a live sing-along. And Julie's like, yes, please, let's do a live sing-along.
That's terrible.
I loved it. I loved it. Almost as much as I loved what happened next. By a vote of 4-1, T-Core went bye-bye. Her and her fake accent are now gone.
Chemo was the only one that
voted to keep her, which is going to offend Rubina to where Rubina's like, I'm never going to trust you again.
Yeah, right.
Totally. But their speeches sucked, and then they're all crying, and then we go to T-Core's interview, and unfortunately I had to sit through this, but thank God for the skip function. Like the skip ahead function, like the fast forward function. So otherwise I would have had to listen to T-Core babble with Julie for the entire time. And then we get the HOH. And the HOH is them having to stack candy. They can stack stuff, and whoever stacks the most wins.
And this is another one. Stacking without having the pile fall over.
Yeah, without it having fall over, exactly. Because my dad was thinking it might be endurance, but I'm like, no, they're not going to do back-to-back endurance comps.
Right.
Because of this. But ultimately, they have 1 hour. And so they start the comp, but they don't finish the comp. And then we get the announcement that Zingbot's coming back. Either tonight or on Wednesday. Wednesday's episode is 90 minutes for some unknown reason that logic can't explain. And we finally are getting the double eviction.
Finally.
Right? Only took them 3 months. I don't like one double eviction a year. I feel like they need to do 2 or 3.
Didn't they do that one season before?
3 evictions?
2 double evictions.
Yeah, they called it a triple eviction on Big Brother All Stars 2. Spoiler alert, they stole that from Big Brother Canada.
Well, hey, it's the same thing. You gotta figure they gotta work it internally with each other.
Do they though?
I mean,
so
technically,
sorry, go ahead.
Technically, if we're not supposed to be watching each other's seasons, I guess. Well, I don't know. They do have, or they did have it on Paramount.
Yeah, I know.
I guess
I know they had it on
Launch.
Paramount Plus. They
I don't
don't
know.
anymore.
I
But
just figured that because the same show of knock ideas off of each other.
do they though? I don't think they do. Any hoozle.
They
Shall
should.
we? Shall we talk spoilers, or did you have any more thoughts on the episode that you wanted to get out?
I don't think so.
Because I think we need to try and close to getting this through because we are still experiencing Tommy freezing every now and then.
It's the computer. It's running on overdrive right now.
Yeah. Technology, people. Okay, this is your official spoiler warning. If you do not want spoilers, dip out, come out 5 minutes later to hear what's coming up next down the pike in the King Frick Fresh Entertainment Group world. So, the HOH, as you know, started in this comp, or started on the Thursday episode. Spoiler alert, the winner was Mackenzie. I did not like this for her because I'm now worried she might be target numero uno come double time and only has one chance to save herself instead of two chances.
I mean, this is what you get when when that goes down.
Yeah. And she nominated. Oh, I clicked a different. I tried a different configuration. I could try like this and then say something, and we'll see if it switches
And
over
then
to
it
you.
shows me whenever I talk. Loud.
No. Huh.
No.
Weird. And then there's this configuration. And then there's this. I don't know. That's just same as the other one. I don't know. I'm still fiddling around with the software. So ultimately, she nominated Angela and Chemo for eviction. And Mackenzie also won the power of veto, which makes me now even more nervous because now she has all the power, which means that the likelihood of the veto being used for a record-setting 10th straight time is highly improbable, but not impossible.
Yeah. True.
And we don't know if she's going to use it or not because normally when we're recording this on Tuesdays and we have all the information. Today, we don't actually have all the information. We only have up to the veto meeting. Or up to the veto competition, not the veto meeting.
Okay. Oh, because yeah, got it. Understood.
Yeah. I do have an updated
I was
power
trying to
ranking.
understand the timeline. What's that?
My updated power ranking for the top 7 as we head into double eviction. Unfortunately, I do believe that Mackenzie is likely to be targeted in the double eviction because it's such a threat, how big a threat she is. But we have the power rankings. In 7th place, we have Angela because nobody likes Angela. In 6th place, we have Chemo because he's whining about being nominated, and I have a feeling when I get off of here and watch the episode with my dad, odds are we're going to have to listen to him whine again about that.
Being up 4th time
in being a row. Up for a 4th straight time, yeah, for a 4th week in a row. Oh, God. you're so unique. He's not.
Imagine. Am I right?
In fifth we have Cam. In fourth we have Rubina. In third we have Leah. In second we have Chelsea, and in number one spot is going to Mackenzie, with Mackenzie being my winner pick, but we know for a fact that odds are she probably won't win. If she's my winner pick, she's not winning.
Is that how they typically turns out?
Usually.
I
wanted Riley to win last season.
Leah.
I'd be okay with a Leah win.
Yeah, Riley would have been a bad winner.
No, but
last
she was
season was just
boot.
lame because they kept. Yeah,
last season was terrible.
Last season they kept playing like, oh.
Okay, I'd just like to point out that at this point last season, like Final 7, I had given up on the podcasting.
Yeah.
Like, I stopped podcasting about the season. That's how bad it was getting. Because I think we had like 3 weeks in a row of Jag as HOH.
3 weeks in a row.
Or 2 weeks in a row. Sorry.
2 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row. Yeah, when he won that invisible HOH and then won the following HOH.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, there's no way that you can be HOH 2 weeks.
Yeah. The Big Brother 25 found a way. They also brought in that zombie twist. That had like no effect on the game.
But yeah, so
they annoyed me.
Last season they kept people who won the last HOH. So who is the first one? I don't know. Right on the block. Anyone else that
25
got HOH
was terrible.
Was put on the block.
Yeah, the HOH
so
before always would get. It was 100 days. It was brutal. I didn't like podcasting about it, so I stopped. Okay? But yeah, so that's... Anyway. But, hey, this season, odds are I'm going to get through it all.
I hope so. I mean...
I hope so, too.
7 people...
So we're at the 7 people mark. I think I can make it through this season. And with Big Brother Canada gone, I think I'll be able to justify going a whole season talking about Big Brother US because I'll have some potential time off when Big Brother Canada, or I won't have as many podcasts come.
No more,
because who knows when Challenge All Stars 5
for as you know, I guess. I'll save it for the challenge on Tuesday.
Yeah, save for the challenge. Get your technical difficulties crap figured out too. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
I'll try to have my setup set up. No, I'm thinking about having ended up doing stuff outside of home.
Yeah. But anyways, that was our podcast for you folks. Tommy, thank you. Shall we talk about what's coming up down the pike?
Let's go.
So, as you know, this week is live podcasting week. We will be live for every podcast this week. Gearing up for a special Saturday surprise, which Tommy doesn't even know about. And I'm not going to tell you guys what that surprise is just yet. You're going to have to wait and see. But there will be something coming up on the YouTube channel on the Saturday. So tomorrow, me and Matt will be live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. Central to talk about Survivor 47, the premiere. Then on Tuesday at the time that me and Tommy were on today, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 6:30 Edmonton time, me and Tommy will be back to talk about the challenge. More importantly, we will be putting on our therapist hats and talking about Laurel. That's the reaction I was waiting to hear.
And,
yes.
And if you want a sneak peek, go ahead and go over to my Twitter at mtommyv, TAHN. You know, and then Wednesday can't either.
Yeah. Tommy has thoughts.
A lot of them.
Tommy has all the thoughts in the world. And then on Wednesday, over on Twitch, on Wednesday on Twitter, you can check out Tommy as he live tweets about the latest episode of the challenge at the Twitter handle he just spouted off, which I think maybe you should put that underneath when we do the challenge podcast.
You know what? I will.
Good idea. But anyways, so be on the lookout for... So Tommy will be live tweeting. I will be live on Twitch, twitch.tv/KingFrickerFreshGames, to watch Survivor with you guys for the Survivor Watch Party, episode 2. So be on the lookout for that. Tommy will be live tweeting the whole time. And then on Thursday, I will be recording a Fricka Fresh Profiles. With a former Survivor player. So chill out, Tommy.
Oh.
A former Survivor player. Chill out. You don't know any Survivor players. I'm not going to tell you because you're going to be like, who? And then I'd have to tell you who it is, and then I might as well just talk to him. But that'll be recorded on Thursday, and be on the lookout for that Friday. And then Saturday, there will be the special surprise, as well as tomorrow, be also on the lookout for my Traders Canada podcast, where I'll be doing the early cast preview. I'll be previewing the season. And I might actually go live and do that. I don't know yet. I'm waiting to see. So that might be live tomorrow morning. If I get up. It requires me to wake up. I like to sleep on my days off.
As one does.
Like most people. Tommy, as always, thank you for joining me. This was fun.
Of course.
We'll hopefully have our crap together for challenge on Tuesday. But fingers crossed. But that's why I love you, buddy, because you don't take any of the stuff I say personally. So, Tommy, thank you.
Because if it was, no. Okay, you're welcome.
It was fun having you on. So, anyways, that's all for us from outside the challenge. From outside the King Frick Fresh Entertainment Group house. I'm Eric, and we're out. Love one another, I think. I don't know how to end these. Finding the end stream button would help.
Where's that damn
stop button?
Do I click
not yet, or do I click end stream?